CNC Mythic Plus tier list update number 6. Hey fam, welcome to Muscle tier list. And today, after the nerfs and buffs from yesterday, it's time to give you an updated version of my tier list. Remember, it's always pinned here next to the news. Let's dive in. B plus tier. I made this B plus tier only so the warriors can finally go up a tier list, guys, you know. Arms and Fury Warrior, honestly, they could be a plus potential if they are in a physical comp, but this tier list is not about a specific comp or 0.1% of the players. It's like you're pugging. What is the chance of you getting invites or not? What are people inviting? And that's the reality, guys. So I hope Blizzard is going to buff us a bit more here. Then we have Unholy. And yeah, Defco just got nerfed here. It wouldn't be unkillable and have insane crips. I would put it to B tier, honestly. Crazy from meta all the way down, but that's life, I guess. Destro, especially in normal pull groups in casual keys, it's just low output, to be honest. If you play high keys with insane pulls, it can be definitely A tier. A tier. Balanced Root, sadly, after I got destroyed from the tiers and all the nerfs, it's not even A plus anymore, in my opinion. Since you hit like a noodle, I don't know, after the cities, you are like not doing anything. Windwalker, after the buffs, is now in A tier. If Prot Warrior is your tank, your group buff can push this whole comp a lot. And in dungeons where there is no mass AoE, Windwalker can be really good, in my opinion. Affli is the best DPS here in this tier if the key is high enough. And you can send your 1-minute cities every pack. So Affli would be viable there too. Survival, low cities, really good damage after BM. There's competitors now to BM. And Devastation after the nurse, gonna be an A tier also. We have the A plus tier. Outlaw is now up here. It also got really good buffs now. And it played in physical comps, you're definitely A plus. In a normal good, it's a bit lower for sure. The Red got giga buffs. Is now one of the strongest DPS. You are tanky, good utility, externals, just one issue, still no prior damage. You either do full single target or you can do full AoE. AoE needs a bit more broken to make it S tier, but who knows. Feral has insane AoE damage and the single target is not that good. And in my opinion, one of the best specs by far for the physical comp. Demo is still here, super strong. Yeah, single target is good, decent as AoE, and yeah, definitely deserves a spot here. Shut Up Priest is super underrated in my opinion. I still think it's OP in really higher keys, giga damage profile, utility, and DPS, but in average keys, I think it's pretty low. After the nurse, we can't debate anymore if MM is S tier, but still deserves a spot in A plus in my opinion. Fire got nerfed, but it's still strong enough, and Frost Mage is underrated, by the way, I'm telling you. Insane damage profile, everything. Like almost no CDs, slows help the tank a lot. And yeah, remember, magical comp, you want to have a mage. And yeah, that's why I think mage is still really top here. Enha is one slight buff away, in my opinion, from being better. It brings almost everything, utility, DPS, party buffs, just a bit squishy outside of your defenses, of the big ones. Havoc next to Arcane, best funnel in the game. Super underrated, in my opinion, just because Vengeance Demon Hunter is so dominant the last seasons. But yeah, the funnel is important, as you know, for like timer and the key. And yeah, I love to play with the Havoc. It's always good. Elemental went up after the last 2 buffs. Now they finally do a decent single target here. Still weaker than Enha because of the RNG factor. So you are relying too much on the procs to make you really super strong. S tier, in my opinion, the only reason after nerfs Arcane is still here is the funnel damage. But keep in mind, only if you pull mobs to big mini boss or bosses, it's going to be big at S tier. If not, Arcane is sadly from the output maximum A tier right now. In details, Arcane is always going to look bad. For Dungeon Timer, it's going to be huge like it was last season. And Frost Decay. I know it got nerfed a lot back to back. In my opinion, still the king. Because remember, Arcane also got nerfed. MM also got nerfed. So all the S tiers got nerfed anyway. And yeah, Frost still does insane damage. And yeah, insane utility, never dies. Still really good in my opinion. But now it's really close, to be honest, on DPS. The range between S and A plus is really narrow. So don't take this what you see as granted. It's way closer than it looks like. Going over to tanks, B tier. Bloodtigger got a slight buff, but still no damage utility. So that's why it's still B tier, B plus. Guardian made it 1 tier up after the big damage buff. But remember, still it has really low utility. Prot Warrior, best DPS as tank. Giga self-sustain, definitely S tier potential if played in a physical comp. Properly is squishier than the S tier Vengeance Demon Hunter, in my opinion, especially when you puck around. So that's why it's also an A+. Brewmaster, best tank for physical comp, the best state Brew ever was, to be honest, and can be S tier if it's a physical comp, pretty much like the Prot Warrior. And the King still an S tier, of course. Vengeance Demon Hunter, it got a mini slightly nerf. But in my opinion, it just brings everything. It has the perfect trifecta. It has everything. Sustainability. It has the damage. It has the CC. What does he not have? So, and yeah, the magical buff, right? Like the debuff. So it's really, really broken. Going on with healers. B tier, Holy Priest just low performing, guys. Why would you invite a Holy if you can invite a Disc? As always. A tier, Preservation HPS is only good if people are close to you, especially ranges. And you know, it's always a struggle. That's why I don't like to play too much with them. Holy Paladin is really strong, but HPS is a bit low. Mistweaver, decent healer overall, really good CC, HPS. In physical comp, it can be really strong if you don't have a Brew or Windwalker in the group. A+, still Resto Shaman, same reason like last time. Best pack healer in my opinion, brings just everything. S+, Disc, even after the shield nerfs, healing is insane, shields are still strong, 2 times paints up, group buff, you cannot beat that. Can you not? Maybe with Rested Druid. Rested Druid has great utility and even more HPS than the Priest. The question is, are they gonna be big HPS checks? We will see that, guys. And write in the comments below, how would you rate certain classes? Would you say they're S or A+? Write it down in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this tier list update, don't forget to leave a like and a follow, and I see you in the next one. If you would like to support my work, you can join my Patreon for free by using the link in my bio. There you will find all my week hours, including every DPS spec in the game, Mythic Plus Dungeon week hours, and class guide videos to help you master each DPS spec.